Hello, can you hear me? Can anyone confirm via chat that can you hear me? Hi, can you hear me? Okay, Sunny, show me thumbs up. It means that he can hear me. Okay, fine. So, who is from the college here in this group? Is anyone from the faculty, from the teachers or host? Uh, I can't hear you. You are saying something, but I can't hear. Is anyone from the faculty, from the teachers or host? I can't hear you. You are saying something, but I can't hear. I don't know.
Hello,
Yes, now I can hear. Thank you so much. Yes.
Tanvi ma'am. I'm there from the college. So students are still joining. So we can wait for 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll start.
Sure. No worries. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Thanks.
Students, please mute yourself. No, I don't. Students will start the session within 2-3 minutes. I don't.
हेलो।
यही टेस्ट करते होंगे। Students, please mute yourself. Vikas sir, please mute all the students.
सफारी पे क्लिक करा उसने, सफारी पे क्लिक करके यूट्यूब पे गया।
अच्छा, दो जगह लॉगिन कर दिया उसने।
यूट्यूब पे जाके उसने वो करना था वो।
हाँ, तो वो पता है क्यों आ रही है आवाज?
लाइव पे
नहीं नहीं, मैं बताता हूँ। यूट्यूब लाइव चला है उसने यहाँ से।
यूट्यूब बंद करो ना फिर।
तो आने दो, उसने क्यों चलाया यहाँ से? मैं
यूट्यूब लाइव
यहाँ की आवाज ये डाल ना, इस वजह से। अब बोलो।
Student will start the session in just 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes.
म्यूट है ना, यहाँ पे ये दिखता है इसमें जरूर।
नहीं, अब ठीक है। हम्म।
क्या है? निकल जाता है
Tanvi ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So ma'am, let's start the session. A very good afternoon to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. On behalf of WCTM, I welcome you to the online orientation program, ma'am. It's an honor to have you with us. And students, to start with, let me give a brief introduction about ma'am Tanvi. Ma'am Tanvi is HR head at WeLink India, and with over 14 years of diverse experience in human resources across various industries, Ms. Mittal is a distinguished HR professional known for her strategic vision and dedication to creating a positive, result-driven workplace. As an accomplished leader with expertise in talent acquisition and management, performance management, employee engagement, and much more, she has successfully driven global HR strategies and initiatives that align with business goals. She is also a certified senior professional in human resources, international, that is SPHRI, a SEMS member, and a certified post trainer, showcasing her commitment to excellence in her field. Today, Ms. Mittal will be sharing her insights on design thinking, a topic that is highly relevant in today's fast-paced and ever-evolving business landscape. Her vast experience in leadership development, change management, and innovative HR strategies will surely provide us with a unique perspective on how to apply design thinking principles to HR and beyond. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Ms. Tanvi Mittal.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, I request you to take the virtual stage. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you for so much for this beautiful introduction, right? I was just also thinking, okay, that you have described very well. So today's topic is design thinking, right? So ma'am, I just would like to ask, are these students allowed to put their messages on the chat box?
Ma'am, we'll open the chat in the Q&A session.
Okay, so if we can allow now, that would be really great, so that it would be an interactive session, because I want that session should be interactive. If you can allow, that would be really appreciated.
Ma'am, actually, we'll allow in the Q&A session.
Okay, no worries. So you people can raise your hand, which I can see. Okay, so we will talk. We will keep it interactive with the symbols of your hands and emojis. Okay. Today's topic is design thinking. Usually I ask that what's your expectations, but now you are not allowed. So I'll start the session without asking, okay, that what I have with me for all of you. First of all, I don't have any presentation. Okay. I have not prepared any presentation, because presentation you can see on a Google also. Okay, you can do YouTube, and you can do all the study on the presentation and everything, right? So I'm not doing that. I'm not sharing any presentation. We will discuss some live practical, that what is the design thinking, how we can use, how our life, professional and personal, can be better with the design thinking. Okay, now I can see, it seems that your ma'am has given a permission for the chat also. So please respect that permission and put only valuable messages, not over flooding, which are not logical messages. Okay. Do you have any idea that what is the design thinking? Just say yes or no into the chat box. That, do you have any idea or any? Okay, Yuvraj is saying yes. Abhishek, no. Shall know. Okay. So first of all, let me explain that what's a design thinking. This is just mindset. Okay. Design thinking is nothing. This is just mindset. How we are thinking, how we are taking the decisions. Okay. And this is not any newly concept. It's nothing like that this has been evolved in the last year or last to last year. No. Since our ancient times, it is in the picture, right? Our elders, our ancient, they were working on the method of design thinking. So how it works, how we can adopt. So just take an example, okay? If you need to take a decision, if you need to find out some solution, what you do? You just think, okay, this is the problem. This can be the solution. You discuss with your team, right? In the college, you find out 5 good solutions. Out of 5, you pick 1 solution. This we do. This is the normal practice, right? This is traditional thinking. Design thinking demands more from you, and this is human centric. Okay, I'll give you one example. In our rural areas, right? Women of the rural areas, they were very lack of iodine. They didn't have the iodine proper. Government tried very good took initiatives and provide solutions like free food, iodine rich food, campaign, marketing, everything did. But nothing was getting changed. You know why? Because they were not understanding who is the person who actually facing the problem and what is the actual reason for that. So one team went there, and that was a students team. They discussed with those women that if you have a free food, why you are not having that food, right? You know that how iodine is important. Why you are not taking the rich iodine food? Then the women said, we do not have time, right? This is the problem. Iodine food problem nahi hai, wo hamare paas hai. We do not have time. हमारे पास इतना time नहीं है कि हम अपना खाना अलग बनाएं, right? We don't have time. That was the actual problem. And then they introduced Jeevan Anand Bindi. So that was the design thinking. Okay, so what was that bindi? I believe you all are aware that's a bindi, right? Kumkum bindi. So what was that bindi? It had the iodine. Once you will put on your forehead, you will get iodine. And that was a tradition. In rural area, every woman were applying that bindi. That was a mandatory. So this is design thinking. When you understand your user, your customer, and you provide a solution. This is called design thinking, which is expected from all of you. This is the reason why companies are hiring freshers, because they believe that you people are good into the design thinking. I'll give you one more example. Okay. अभी क्या होता है ना, अभी कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है, अभी आपकी मैम बोलेगी ओके दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट, यू पीपल विल कम विद द सॉल्यूशन. Ma'am, we can do this, 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 right? We jump in directly to the solution. We do that. It's a normal human nature. So, but this is not accepted by design thinking. Design thinking said, first you need to dig the problem. मतलब अगर मैं आपको बताती हूँ, पेप्सिको का एग्जांपल लोगे, पेप्सिको is completely working on a design thinking. If they have any problem, any innovation, any new ideas, right? And उनके कुछ सेशंस तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस करने के लिए होते हैं. Teams, employees are not allowed to discuss any solution. Initially, 4 to 5 sessions, they have to discuss only and only problem. This is design thinking. When you dig into the problem and you actually know that what is the problem, root cause, that is the problem. Okay, so they are the further process, right? There are the few 5 points, 5 process from where we need to start, from where we need to stop. But before that, I'll share one more case study so that आप लोगों को concept समझ आ जाएगा. You'll be able to understand the concept and you would be able to relate with the steps, and you will be able to relate that how to adopt into the day-to-day life. Okay, Gillette, everyone has heard this name, Gillette razor, right? It's very common. But since beginning, it was not common. Right? इसने भी कहीं ना कहीं से start किया था. So you know what happened when they launched their razor? They tested this razor in foreign country with Indians only. उनको था Indians है, India में ना करके foreign में किया है तो Indians ही ना. What a big difference. Their razor was really marvelous, good, that got very fame. But when they launched in India, it got failed. And you know, then they realized that what they have missed. Indians were in the foreign, Indians are here. What they missed? They tested that razor, right? Then they dig the problem. They met with the customers. Now, please put attention on my words because these words are very important, right? We will discuss during the steps. They discussed with the customers and users that how they use the razor. You know, and then they realized after the discussion In India, we have a habit that we wash our razor in a mug. This is a normal habit which we have. But in foreign, they don't use mug to wash that. They have a tap. They just water came from the tap and they wash it. That was the only slightly different कि वो इंडिया में fail हो गया, foreign में success हुआ. So then they launched a new razor which can be washed in a mug. Then they observed during the discussion that in India, mostly gents, right? They wake up early in the morning and they do their shaving in the like early morning. So that time light is not much there, sunlight is not there. बाकी घर के लोग सो रहे हैं, so they cannot switch on the light. Then they came up with the product which they can use in the night also. This is called design thinking. Right? So now let's discuss the steps, how it starts. Design thinking first start with empathy. Human-centric. Please mark my word, it's a human-centric approach. When you find out the solution of very, very complex problem, but keep human in your mind, customers in your mind, then it means you are using your design thinking process. So first step is empathy. Okay, where you discuss the problem with the end user. You meet with the user that who is actually facing the problem. बहुत important point है design thinking का that you do not rely only and only words. You observe also. This is very important part of design thinking process. कभी-कभी कुछ बातें आपको observe करनी पड़ती हैं. Right? And then only you can provide the solution. Observe is very important. So that is the first step of design thinking, that you need to understand who is facing the problem. Actual, what is the root cause? And it starts if you can ask the right question and you have a good observation power. Okay, show me thumbs up if you are not getting bored and you are with me till now. We'll discuss more case studies also, but it's very important to understand the process. So that's the reason I jumped to the process, right? So show me thumbs up. Okay, that's good. So first is empathy. Second is define. Okay, now we got to know who is facing the problem. What is actual the problem? We got the answer of what. Now we need to define that problem. We have gathered so many data, so many reports, so many statistics, right? Now we need to define. This is the next step, that what is the problem? It's very simple. It's very, very simple. Okay. Third, we have defined the problem. It's the ideate. डिजाइन थिंकिंग और ट्रेडिशनल थिंकिंग में सबसे बड़ा डिफरेंस ये है कि डिजाइन थिंकिंग डू नॉट वर्क ओनली एंड ओनली रिटन थिंग्स. ओके, ट्रेडिशनल थिंकिंग में क्या होता है, वी हैव अ टीम ऑफ 10 people, वी हैव सम प्रॉब्लम, वी विल डिस्कस आवर सॉल्यूशंस. बट इन डिजाइन थिंकिंग we create something, we write down the solution, and research said when you write down something, you come up with more concrete things, right? So we write down, we use a sticky notes, we use some architecture or some design, something like that. We write down on the paper that what are we thinking, what is the problem, right? We do more brainstorming. This is very important, and this is the difference between traditional thinking and design thinking. In traditional thinking, we don't do brainstorming. Somehow we know 5 solution hai, ek chunna hai, leaders will decide. But that's not into design thinking. In design thinking, every person from every department who are the member of that team get chance for the brainstorming. They give permission, they have freedom to share their ideas. So that is called the ideate, and this is the third step of design thinking. So you must be thinking, ma'am, how we use into a practical life, right? Theory तो हम लोग book से भी पढ़ लेते या Google से भी मिल जाता. So that's the reason I'm saying you need to understand design thinking is just a mindset. That's it. Okay, you have decided, okay, you are facing some problem, you have discussed with the users, you have defined your problem, now you discuss with your friends. किसी मुझे ये solution, मुझे ये problem लगता है, ये हो सकता है, can you tell me, and then you write down everything, right? Then जब आप लिख लेते हैं, सबकी thoughts एक center table पे आ जाती है, we all have a common thought, common view. Then we move to the fourth step, which is prototype. So what we do if we have a solution 5, 6, or 1, we start as a pilot launch. This is the best part of design thinking. Traditional thinking में क्या होता है? If you are facing any problem, you have opted the solution, you implement the solution. And then observe, then evaluate what's going on, or might be then you come again with the same process. But design thinking agile methodology पे काम करता है. Are you aware about agile methodology? Just say yes if you're aware, no if you're not aware. No. Agile, again in a layman language I'll tell you, agile सिर्फ ये कहता है हर काम को piece and paper में करो. So waterfall methodology में क्या होता है? You start your project now. At the end, you see that where the stage, what we have done, what is the final product, final project, right? But in agile, we have milestones. We have decided, okay, our team will work for 15 days. After 15 days, we will meet and we will review. और उस काम में कुछ problem है, we will change it. So we decide in milestone. उससे क्या होता है कि suppose you started in the beginning, after 2 months, जब वो final product आता है, and then you realized, oh shit, in the first week, we made this mistake, which we are realizing after 8 weeks. But in Agile, if you have a milestone, every week you have a meeting, you have review, you see your stage. Suppose first में कुछ problem हुआ, immediately you change it. तो आपके वो 8 हफ्ते खराब नहीं हुए. You have not wasted the 8 weeks. You just wasted a 1 week. This is Agile. And this is really demand in the market because of companies इतना पैसा नहीं लगाती है कि आप 1.5 महीने या 2 महीने के बाद बताओ कि अच्छा ये तो पहले दिन ही पता लग जाना चाहिए था जो गलती हुई है, अब हमें 2 महीने फिर से लगाने हैं, which will not be acceptable, right? So design thinking works on a agile methodology. That's the reason we have milestone. First milestone, we had empathy, then we had defining, then we have ideate, and then prototype. पूरा product launch नहीं किया हमने. We have not launched the entire product, right? We did pilot survey. If anyone is aware about the Apple case study, right? How Apple launched its watch. They didn't launch this watch, right? Initially, they launched pilot. एक कुछ उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा आईफोन के साइज का था. They launched that with a bell curve belt. Then they realized that no, this is not good. People will not use it, and then they moved to the smaller version of this watch. There's a very interesting case study of which is on the basis of design thinking. So that is a prototype. In prototype, when you are sure, okay, out of 5, this is the best solution, then you launch and you evaluate, test. So this is the process of design thinking, right? So it's nothing new. You must be thinking, ये तो कुछ नया है ही नहीं, हम लोग यही तो करते हैं. But हम गलती कहाँ करते हैं? जैसे प्रॉब्लम आती है, हम solutions में आ जाते हैं. But in day-to-day life also, if there's a problem, we need to find out the root cause. Who is facing the problem? I'll give you one example. I just forgot the name of that hospital. It's in the south. Okay. That's an eye specialist hospital. It's a very, very big and renowned hospital. Its CEO asked to his team that I need my hospital should be best. What should I do? ओके, पूरा टीम ने दे विजिटेड यूएस, यूके, फ्रांस, पेरिस, उन्होंने हर तरह के हॉस्पिटल्स को स्टडी किया दैट हाउ कैन वी मेक इट बेटर and best. But CEO was not happy with the solutions. He said, no, these are not the good ideas. How we can be a best in the industry? You know, CEO went to McDonald's. He met with the CEO of McDonald's. He stayed with him for 2 months. Anyone can tell me in the chat box why only MacD? Although he was the owner of the hospital, right? Industry is totally different. Then why MacD? You know, because MacD is the only branch that time, or might be abhi bhi, which have the same everything common in entire world. आप वर्ल्ड में कहीं भी चले जाओ, आपको मैकडी के टेस्ट में, वेराइटी में चेंज नहीं मिलेगा. दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ मैकडी. जस्ट ऑब्जर्व, पूरे वर्ल्ड में कहीं भी चले जाओ, you will not get a single change in their process also, that how the burger will get made, how this pizza will get cooked. They have the same process. CEO को वो जानना था कि ये मैकडी का CEO कैसे कर पाता है इतना कुछ मैनेज. And then he came back to his hospital and he implemented strategy accordingly. This is design thinking, when you think out of box. Right? So you must be thinking, should we remove the traditional thinking? क्या हमें traditional thinking सोचना ही नहीं चाहिए? Do we need to work only and only design thinking? No. You need to understand by when you can use. Okay? If you need a quick solution, कभी-कभी ऑफिस में प्रॉब्लम ऐसी होती है, या एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, यू मस्ट बी एंटरप्रेन्योर ऑल्सो. जरूरी नहीं है कि आप जॉब ही करेंगे, आपका खुद का बिजनेस भी हो सकता है, राइट? एंड इफ यू विल फेस अ चैलेंज जिसमें इमीडिएट सॉल्यूशन चाहिए, then traditional thinking is good, where you meet with your team, you discuss the problem, find out the solution and come up with the solution, right? But if you have a time and if you have a money and you need some innovation, you need some new idea, then you will come for the design thing. So both are good. दोनों के अपने अपने बेनिफिट और प्रोज एंड कॉन्स हैं. वी नीड टू डिसाइड इन विच सिचुएशन वी हैव टू डू. इफ यू वुड लाइक टू राइट डाउन, यू कैन राइट डाउन दैट डिजाइन थिंकिंग एंड ट्रेडिशनल थिंकिंग में सबसे बड़ा डिफरेंस ये होता है व्हेन वी डिस्कस द आइडियाज एंड सॉल्यूशन, राइट? इन डिजाइन थिंकिंग वी ओनली डिस्कस व्हाट इज राइट, बट इन ट्रेडिशनल थिंकिंग वी डिस्कस हु इज राइट. This is the main difference between both the method. यहाँ पे हम who पे नहीं जाते, हम चाहते हैं कि what is right, actual में हमें क्या करना चाहिए. That is called design thinking, right? So I prepared one presentation. आप लोगों को जितना beautiful नहीं होगा, I'm pretty much sure, because you are the expert students. Let me share my presentation if I can. One
Yes,
second.
ma'am, you are allowed to share your screen.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Again, I'm repeating my words. I have not got much time to prepare the presentation. So we'll discuss on the method, not on the formatting and all, okay? Design thinking is a mindset, which I said, it's backed by tools. Right? Let me minimize this. I can close it. This is the traditional thinking. Right? We deal with the numbers, we deal with the facts, we deal with the data, which are pre-existing. पहले से हैं. We have not done any new study. We have not found out the new data. This is a traditional thinking. You know, traditional thinking में ना कहीं outcome हमें पता होता है. Traditional thinking में हमें कहीं ना कहीं पता होता है कि कितना रिस्क हम ले रहे हैं. डिजाइन थिंकिंग में वो रिस्क कैलकुलेशन नहीं होती. डिजाइन थिंकिंग इसीलिए बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होता है, एंड यू कैन नॉट प्रिडिक्ट दैट व्हाट वुड बी द आउटकम, राइट? Okay, so there is a one more case study which I just collected for you people. Okay, there is a GE
Ma'am, you're not audible.
Okay, one
No,
second. Am I
no,
audible?
no. Yeah, now you're audible.
Okay. So we have MRI machines, right? I'm not sure it's a G or a Procter and Gamble. I just forgot it. But you know, that company faced a challenge that they have spent a lot on an MRI machine, right? But people are not happy. They were providing them a comfort place also. And most of the, when they got a data, their team said कि people are not happy. लोग जो पेशेंट्स आते हैं वो खुश नहीं है. पेशेंट्स आते हैं वो बहुत डरते हैं. And then they met with their team. They observed what kind of patients are coming, who actually facing the problems. And you know what they found it during the discussions? Discussion, it means empathy. They discussed. And then they found kids are really afraid. ये उनका finding था. And because of that, their revenue was getting down. And they discussed, and after all the process done, they found out the solution कि MRI machine के ऊपर जो roof होती है, they made beautiful that roof. Color pictures, some beautiful cartoons, or they displace those so that kids should be happy. This is design thinking, right? And one second, let me share my screen again. I'll show you one picture. Is it visible to all of you? I'm pretty much sure it would be visible, but you people are not allowed to speak. Okay, and I can't see you, your hand raised. So it would be. So this is again the example of design thinking. People were liking the taste of tomato ketchup. But they had the problem. They said कि जब वो थोड़ा सा रह जाता है ना, वो waste हो जाता है. Because ये जो कांच की bottle है, we are not able to use fully that sauce. Then company came with this solution that you can keep like this downward, this bottle, so that you can use till the last drop of your tomato ketchup. This is design thinking. So जब भी आप कॉर्पोरेट में जाओगे, राइट, या खुद का बिजनेस करोगे, एंड इफ व्हेनेवर यू आर फेसिंग एनी चैलेंज, जस्ट गिव time to understand the problem. This is the crux of today's session, that how you can adopt this design thinking into your life. Give time to understand that problem. Do not jump on the solution. Once you understand, then write down what you have observed, what you have got to know about from the customers, and then work on the solution. And do not implement the solution like a straightforward to all. I'll give you one example in HR. Your mom in my introduction said that ma'am will tell you that how design thinking can be helpful for HR also. You know how HR can use the design thinking? I remember when in my early days of life, when I introduced a new policy, instead of introducing that new policy on a one group of employees, I applied that policy to my almost 500 employees. And that was the biggest mistake of my life. I got so many resignations, so many negativities in the organization. So that was the learning, which is the part of design thinking, that you use the prototype, pilot launch, whatever you are doing. You should not execute to the entire audience, entire customer. This is very important. So I believe now, till now, we are clear that what is the process of design thinking, right? And how we can use into our day-to-day life, the design thinking, right? We discussed so many examples also. If you would like to write down, you can write down, because someone can ask you that what are the elements of design thinking. ठीक है, आपको design thinking पता है, but if you need to define that, what are the elements? You yourself can analyze, but still I'll tell you, simplicity. आप जो भी डिजाइन दे रहे हैं, जो भी सॉल्यूशन दे रहे हैं, that should be simple and easy to adapt. Right? It should not be complicated. Complicated तो problem ही था. Solution भी complicated होगा तो what are we doing here? So your decision, your solution should be simple, right? And experience. Again, repeating the same thing. You should have experience for that. You should launch as a pilot. Next, frictionless. जब आप अपने final product पे जाते हैं, that should be frictionless product या frictionless solution. This is the element of design thinking, right? And do not rely on assumptions. If you have assumption, always say why and find out the solution. This is very important. ये तो डे टू लाइफ में भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. समटाइम इट हैपन्स, हमने ये क्यों किया? बिकॉज मैंने ये अज्यूम किया था ये ऐसे ही होगा, which is not acceptable in today's era, which is not acceptable in design thinking. Stop your assumptions, come with the practical things and the practical solutions. So that is the beauty of design thinking. Right? If you would like to do your self-study for the case studies, you can go to the case study of Dibbarwala, you can go to the case study of Apple iPhone, you can go to the case study of Tesla. So these are the few companies, I must say, who are working on this design thinking. IBM is a very good example. GE, sorry, not G&D. They are working on the design thinking, right? One second, let me share once more time the screen with all of you. So design thinking is an empathy. It's a human-centric. Who is going to be benefited? Who is facing this problem? What do these people do? These are the important questions, because if you will get the actual problem, then only you can find out the solution. How you can gather the data? You can gather the data by interview, session, survey, questionnaire, meeting, and anyone remember what I told? They're very important in the empathy. Anyone, if you can put in the chat. I can't see a chat. It's an observation, which is very, very important. Is listening everything, what is said or not. Right? Then define, use the data which gathered at emphasize process and find out the answer of following question. What are our intake? What are actually use of the information? Right? Will it be, or is this a problem? What are the user need? If you have a question of all these, answer of all these questions, it means you are on a right track. Right? Ideate, develop the solution. And it starts with the brainstorming. As I told you, design thinking work on write down everything. So design thinking work on tools, graphs, slips. I'll tell you in day-to-day life how you can use, right? Suppose if you are finding out any solution and you have to do some project, okay? Your teacher has asked that, okay, you need to submit this project and it's a team project. You people can sit, you have your ideas, open Excel sheet and write down your points there. You will see the difference. That earlier once you were talking, you were discussing, but now if you have started to write down in Excel, your thought has got changed. वो लिखने में ही हम कितने अपने आइडियाज और सॉल्यूशंस को हटा देते हैं, that it will not be feasible because I'm not able to write down. So this is the way that how you can adopt into your day-to-day life. And this is very important. Again, I'm saying, right? कुछ भी सीखना है, college is the best place where you can adapt that learning while adopting into your day-to-day life. Because once you will move out from college to outside corporate world, whether it's an entrepreneur, it's a job, trust me, बच्चा market बहुत बुरा होता है. Nobody will be ready to teach you. Here, your lecturers are always ready, right? You can call at any time. Now you have a facility of WhatsApp also, right? But in the corporate, nobody will teach you. Mindset अलग होता है. So, whatever we are discussing today, try to implement into your day-to-day life. Okay, let me share screen again. So, we discussed ideate, okay? Next is prototype. Select few and create prototypes. not fully designed. It's not necessary that कि आपने अपना पूरा product launch किया है. आप prototype में एक sample भी launch कर सकते हो, half भी launch कर सकते हो, because this is agile methodology, right? And then test. Minimal viable product with real people where will use the product. So these are the process. हमने process discuss किए, elements discuss किया, हमने difference discuss किया. What is the difference between design thinking and traditional thinking? Let me share one more example. There was a tribe in Nepal. Okay, there were the mortality ratio was very high. Then scientists, doctors went there, some economists went there, researchers went there, and they felt these people do not have transport. So they are not able to reach to the hospital on time. This is the reason for the high mortality ratio. They provided the cabs. They provided the transport. Okay. But nothing got changed. What they missed here? What do you think? क्या मिस किया इन्होंने यहाँ पे? They went. They didn't meet with the people. They just watched them. They analyzed the situation. They met with the doctors, but not the actual person who is facing the problem, right? And they implemented the solution. Then Harvard students, they went. They met with the people. They observed. Okay, please pay attention. They observed that actual problem is जब बच्चे का बर्थ होता है इस ट्राइब में, इस विलेज में, नाउ दे आर रीचिंग टू द हॉस्पिटल ऑन टाइम, बट उनके पास कुछ भी ऐसा एक चीज नहीं है जिसमें बच्चे को वार्म रख सके, एंड द प्लेस इज वेरी कोल्डर. दैट्स द रीजन mortality ratio is high. Then they found out the solution. They invented some bag kind of thing which is very warm and keep kids at least 2 to 3 hours warm till the time the kid will reach to the hospital. So that is the another example. Again, I'm saying why I'm quoting the examples, because again, YouTube पे पढ़ना आसान है, but उसको practical कैसे करना, that's the difference. That's the reason might be you all are here to listen me for 1 hour, right? It's not easy, I can understand. But you are here because you would like to know how practically you can implement into your life, right? Take example of nano. Have you ever thought that how nano got invented? Have you ever read the case study of that? So Ratan Tata was going somewhere in Bangalore during the rainy days. Okay. And he saw on a scooter, there were a family, husband, wife, 2 kids were going. Due to this rain, roads were very slippery and the person got fall down. Then Ratan Tata thought, why not we can provide something for the family which is affordable also? And from there, nano got invented. Design thinking is about invention. उन प्रॉब्लम्स का जो प्रॉब्लम्स है नहीं बट आपने ऑब्जर्व की हैं, दिस इज डिजाइन थिंकिंग. डू केस स्टडी अबाउट टेस्ला. टेस्ला पहली इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गाड़ी नहीं है, जीई की भी आई थी 1971 में. दैट गॉट फेल्ड. एंड वी, मतलब मुझे भी नहीं पता था, व्हेन आई वाज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर दिस सेशन देन ओनली आई गॉट टू नो, ओके ऐसा भी है, पहले भी आई थी ये गाड़ी. वी आर नॉट अवेयर, राइट? We know only Tesla is there for the electronic cars, who started this electricity-based car, right? So do this case study, you will get more idea about the design thinking, traditional thinking. But again, I'm saying this is just a mindset. If you connect all the dots, if you know how to connect all the dots, all the data about the person who is actually facing the problem and can provide solution to that person, this is design thinking. And design thinking का सबसे बेस्ट पार्ट है, इसमें हर किसी को सुना जाता है. ये नहीं कहा जाता कि अच्छा 5 solutions हो गए या फिर रहने दो. This is the best part. Right? So this is from my side. It's done. I prepared only for 1 hour till 2:30 because 2:40 I have another session. So ma'am, if students have any question, I think we should ask from the students.
Sure,
Then-
ma'am.
Yeah.
Vikasa, you can now open the chat again. Students, if you have any kind of question, you can ask ma'am in the chat box.
Still, if you would be having any question after the session, you can connect to me on a LinkedIn. I'll help you there.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Hope it would be useful and it's not a mistake. Okay, but still, if any questions.
Vikasa, please open the chat. Now, yeah, ma'am, students are writing the questions.
Okay, so Yash, I asked ma'am from where you collect these case studies. Dear, we are on a social media. It's very easy. Do Google, spend some time, you'll get 100 case studies. Okay, thank you. How did you prioritize the issues to focus on during the design thinking process? That depends, dear. Okay, if you have a multiple problems, for example, but you know this is very critical problem, I need to find out the solution immediately. Otherwise, it will affect my business or my team or my project or my life. Then you need immediate solution. And then you cannot go for the design thinking. You need to go for the traditional thinking. You need to decide your priorities on the basis of your priorities. Okay. This is the best. Okay, thank you. How to
Ma'am,
implement?
one question from a student. What are some common challenges organization face when implementing design thinking in HR and how they can overcome that?
So you are asking this question only only for HR or
Yes, yes.
in the organization?
Yeah, you can open for the organization as well.
Okay. So when you implement design thinking, the biggest challenge is time. It is very, very time consuming.
Okay.
Second, it required investment because you do prototyping, you do testing, you do more research. So this is another time and money. Third, मैंने एक line बोली थी, if you all remember. In this design thinking, we are not sure that what would be the outcome. बहुत uncertainty होती है. Traditional thinking में outcome predictable होता है. So these are the three common challenges that companies think twice when they opt the design thinking. इसलिए मैं नाम लिया था कि हर कंपनी डिजाइन थिंकिंग अभी ऑप्ट नहीं कर रही है. लाइक इफ यू विल गो फॉर GE, they have, IBM have, PepsiCo have, right? And one thing, yeah, I will tell you that because of design thinking, the SEO job has been very flourished in the market. SEO का job बहुत है और आएगा just because of design thinking. Okay. How to improve English in spoken? मेरा English बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं. I have done my study from Rajasthan, Hindi medium school. So just do your practice. Do whatever you do best. That's it.
Jaldi.
I think all the questions we have covered, ma'am. If you have any particular question, you can ask me how to
Okay,
design.
ma'am. I think all the questions have been covered.
Yeah.
Ma'am, one more question. What are some practical steps HR professionals can take to implement design thinking in employee onboarding and career development programs?
It's a very good question, right? That how HR can adopt this design thinking. I'll tell you one thing. HR का life ना GST word सुना है आप लोगों ने, right? GST. We everyone know. But you know, when you are into the HR profession, GST का मतलब होता है गलती सिर्फ तुम्हारी है. Right? Trust me, this is the fact, right? So when you are into HR profession and your day starts with the problem of employees, they will come that, okay, this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem. First thing, do not jump on the solution. This is the design thinking says. Understand who is facing the problem, what is the crux of this problem. And I gave the example, whenever you are implementing any solution, first of all, not implement on the entire organization, implement on some group, some project, some team, and always keep stakeholders involved. This is very important when you opt the design thinking. Second, orientation program. Ma'am asked that how you adopt this design thinking into the orientation program. Again, design thinking is about innovation, about finding out that who is facing the problem. Keep your orientation innovative, right? This is design thinking. And last, very, very important in HR, agile. In HR also, do your practices into with the milestones, right? This is agile. Anything else? Any
I,
another? Ma'am?
I think we can end the session. It was a very nice session. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. And thank you for delivering such an insightful and inspiring session on design thinking.
Thank you.
Your expertise and deep understanding of how design thinking can be applied to HR and organization development provided us with a fresh perspective. The examples you shared and the practical strategies that you discussed were incredibly valuable, especially understanding how to foster creativity, empathy, and innovation within teams and across the organizations. Your ability to break down complex concepts into actionable steps made the session engaging and informative. Thank you once again, ma'am, for your precious time. And we look forward for many more sessions from you. And we'll also look forward for a physical session from your end, maybe next month.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All the best, students. You all rock. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am, for your precious time. It was a nice session. And everything you explained, like slowly with concepts and clarity. So the students enjoyed the session. It can be seen in the messages as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.
Dear students, the next speaker is about to join us.
Hello.
Yes, Shubha ma'am, are you there?
Hi, Shraddha. I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Dear students, our speaker have already joined us. We have Miss Subha Joshi. Very good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody.
It's an honor to have you with us today.
It's a pleasure to be here, Shraddha. Really feeling great. I think there are close to 113 students here. So
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
glad I'm able to share my knowledge with them. So yeah.
So, dear students, before ma'am start, allow me to give a brief introduction about ma'am. Shubha Joshi is AICI CIP. Shubha Joshi ma'am is a certified image professional. So she is AICI CIP, is the director and chief image consultant at the Image Launchpad. She's the only 3 AICI certified image professional in India. Currently, she is serving as the president-elect on the global board of Association of Image Consultant International. Shubha is certified in image consulting from the London Image Institute in Atlanta, USA. She's also a professional soft skills trainer certified by Scottish Qualification Authority. She has more than 16 years of experience and has facilitated more than 35,000 people all around the world. Besides image consulting, she has a diverse experience in the field of sales, learning and development, and operations. Some of the achievements of ma'am are: Shubha was the first ever Indian speaker at the Global Conference of Image Consultants. She was awarded with the prestigious AICI Global Rising Star Award in Image Consulting. She has been nominated under the Best Mentor and Professional Service Provider categories at the 9th Small Business Z Award 2020. She has been featured in well-known broadcast media and print media in India. She firmly believes in the transformative power of image consulting through sustainable styling. Besides image consulting, she is passionate about exploring creative ways of sales and marketing. So, ma'am, it's an honor to have you with us. And I would request you to take the virtual stage.
Thank you.
Over to you, ma'am.
It was a lovely introduction, I must say. And like I said, it's really a pleasure to be here and to share my knowledge with the students. And now I'm going to share my screen here. One second. And I also have to say, if you students have any questions, please feel free to just drop it in the chat box and let us know, because it is very important for me to know if you have any questions and to answer it well, because this is your opportunity to learn and clarify any doubts that you have. Okay,
Ma'am, we'll open the chat in the Q&A session.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So, are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Just
ma'am,
like-
your screen is visible.
You can see this, right?
Yeah.
Image power boost.
Yeah.
All right. So this is all about image power boost. And when I say image power boost, what do you have any questions? Shraddha, are you saying something? Okay. So when I say image, what comes first to your mind? Just drop it in the chat box. When I say image, what comes to your mind? Personality, okay. Pixels, AI, all right. Attractive. I will explain a lot of things. Sneha. Behavior, well done. Discipline, okay. Picture, memories, okay. Well, so right, when we talk about image, there is something that you think. It could be a picture, it could be you as a person, or it could be what comes, what impression are you making on people, okay? So my introduction has already been done by Shraddha, and now I'm going to move forward with this. So right now, I would like you to pick a partner and first of all, pick a partner, okay? Do you have partners here? Do you know each other? Okay, I'm glad to know you already have. Right, I mean, God of martial arts want to be my partner. Okay, whatever it is, pick your partner and then on a scale of 1 to 10, rate them. And for that, you will have to turn on your camera so that people can see you, people who are your partners can see you. And the scale will be from 1 to 10. 1 is for the lowest and 10 is for the highest. And you have to rate them on outfit, hair, makeup, and nails. Of course, I mean, for that, you will have to keep them in front of the camera. You can pin your partner and just see how they are dressed up. I know this is an online thing, but understand the fact that even for the online sessions or online presence, your dressing has to be top notch. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you don't have to share it in the group. You just let them know. How have you rated them?
Hello, ma'am, Shubha ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, these are first year students and they have not come to the college yet. The
That's
session
okay.
is orientation session wherein they are joining online. They
That's
will
okay.
meet each other on 16th.
Okay, that's okay. They can just pick someone and they have to rate them on their hair, makeup, dressing, and nails. So it's okay if they haven't met, not a big deal. Or if you are unable to pick a partner, be your own partner and rate yourself. How about that? Just rate yourself. Look at yourself right now and rate yourself. And please be honest about it. Okay, I'm giving you a minute for this. Okay. 7 out of 10, 5. 11 out of 10. Wow. Yash, I would really want to see you. All right, 8 to 10, 8 out of 10, 9. Okay. Be very careful because you're going to be on the spotlight now. Okay. So now I'm going to pick Neeraj. Neeraj, just raise your hand. Neeraj Kumar. Neeraj Kumar, Pradeep Pehalwan, Sneha Mishra. Okay, I've picked 3. Could you raise your hands? Very nice. Now, if you could turn on the cameras. Okay, if you're feeling shy about this,
They are not allowed to turn on the cameras. Like,
not allowed?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, why so? Okay, it's okay if you are not allowed to turn on the cameras, but understand the fact that you have to be honest about your rating. And how would you rate yourself? The outfits should be, okay, you can turn off the cameras. I see Aditya is wearing a formal shirt. Okay, so far, Lakshya, you can turn off the camera. Siddhant, you're wearing a t-shirt. So we will be talking about how can you make your look the best. And when we say look has to be the best, it's mostly about the formals. Okay, Aditya, it's okay, you can turn off the camera. Aditya, Adi, you can turn off your camera. So a lot of people, when I saw a few people wearing t-shirt and more casual. I understand that you are at home and you're also not allowed to turn on the cameras. So quite understandable that you were in a relaxed wear. But never think, why should I style myself? Why should I, who's looking at me? Why should I even style myself? Why should I look great? Okay. I'm cool with what I'm wearing. I'm cool with my t-shirt and jeans. So, and how many of you actually think that way? Kaun dekhta hai? Who even cares about that? How many of you? Just drop a yes in the chat box. Yeah, because you think, it's okay. I'm comfortable wearing a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. I think I'm absolutely fine with that, right? So, however, if you keep maintaining that mentality, then you will lose respect. And mark my words, you will lose respect. And now as a student, you might think, right now I am in college, right? I haven't even met these people. Why is it important to dress up? Well, you dress up because you want to be, whatever you are aspiring to be, whoever you want to become, that's what you have to dress up like. Okay, so if you let's say Sunny, what do you want to be? What do you want to become after you finish college? Rishi, what do you want to become? Drop it in the chat box. Ajit, what do you want to become? Okay, besides CEO. All right, Siddhant says CEO, Sunny says engineer, a perfect engineer. How about the girls? Okay, develop a dream game, higher studies. So whether you want to pursue higher studies, you want to go abroad and then, become that person who is maybe an engineer or, whatever you have in mind, or a CEO, army officer, entrepreneur, understand that if you have to reach to that level, you will have to earn more respect. Okay. And you want to dress up like that person. If I am the CEO of my company, if I am an entrepreneur, I have to dress up like that. So even if you're not a CEO, if you start dressing up, your mentality will be of a CEO. Okay. I don't want to get into the law of attraction, but anybody who is aware of the law of attraction, right? How many of you are aware of? That's good. Yes. So what happens in the law of attraction is that your mind is attracting what you want to be, whatever you want to achieve. And the first step is to see yourself as someone who is already there. And the best way to do that is to start dressing up and also behave in a certain manner. Okay, so this is what you get once you start dressing up, or you know how to style yourself well. Number one is that you get noticed. Okay, a lot of people might think, oh, there's something great about this guy or this girl. What is it? And they will be wondering what is it, but then you know that you have actually styled yourself. It's not the casual style that you've been having all mixed up. We'll be talking about specific ways how you can style yourself. So people will notice you. You will also get your dream job. Okay, because you will be perceived as someone who takes care of his or her look. Then the third thing is people's respect. So you will earn people's respect as well. And the fourth thing, and the most interesting thing, is that the haters will be confused. What's going on with this person? How come suddenly his, he looks or she looks so attractive? What's going on? So how many of you actually want to keep the haters confused? Drop it in the chat box. How many of you want the haters to be confused? How many of you? You don't have haters or what? Siddhant wants, right? Me too. That's right. Okay, somebody says you don't care about. Okay, I don't have any haters. Harsh, you don't know, you might be having those secret haters. So you will confuse them. So remember, Edith Head, American costume designer, he said, you can have anything you want in life if you dress for it. So you must know what do you want to become, and then start dressing up according to that person, that image that you have in mind. You want to become a CEO, think of the image of a CEO. How would a CEO dress up? And start dressing up like that. I'm not saying you really have to replicate. You don't have to wear a formal blazer and suit, but at least pick up certain things, per se styling, and start working on yourself. Okay, so when confused, let's say later on you will go for interviews, you will go to connect with people, your clients or whosoever. Whenever you are confused, dress one notch up. You want to go to a party, maybe there is some kind of a formal session, or even if it's not formal, you're having a get together with friends. You don't know what to wear. You want to go on a date. You're confused. That's all right. Just go one notch up. And when I say one notch up, which means go with the formals. And when you go with the formals, you have the liberty. Let's say you're wearing a jacket. I thought it's going to be a little formal, but the party is not that formal. It's easy. Just take off your jacket and that's it. You have the liberty to dress down if you are dressing one notch up. But if you're wearing, let's say, a t-shirt and no formal jacket with those pair of jeans, you cannot dress one notch up. Where will you go? Kahan jaake aap jacket laoge? So it's better to go one notch up, right? Somebody's laughing. I don't have haters. So this is a video. How many of you have watched Harvey Specter? How many of you adore Harvey Specter? Let me put it this way. Anybody who's watched Suits? Anybody who's watched Suits on Netflix? Anyone? Ajit has watched? No. Well, if you haven't, no subscription, look for a friend who has a subscription. Okay, yeah. So if you haven't watched Suits, I would say, note it down. I'm putting it here. Suits is the name of the Netflix series. You have to watch it, okay? A lot of things you can learn from there. Dressing up has subconscious effect. Absolutely. It does have a big time subconscious effect. So I'm going to play this clip from the Netflix series Suits. Oh, let me know if you can hear it properly.
Hey, didn't I tell you to get some better suits? I spent $500. How many suits? 5. What? What's that? That's my suit. Go and tell them I sent you and spend some money. What does it matter? What money I spent on suits? People respond to how we dress. So let her know. This is what you have to do. You need any advice? Sounds like you actually care about me. I don't. You're a reflection of me, and I absolutely care about me. So get your skinny tie out of my face and get to work.
Okay. So when Harvey Specter says you are a reflection of me, what he means is that you are representing me. And he has an image before people, before clients. Okay. So he doesn't want to get his image ruined. And therefore, the person who's working with him, Mike Ross, he wants him to have the same kind of an image. Could you mute yourself? Okay, I've muted. Jatin, could you turn off your camera? Jatin? Jatin, are you there? Jatin, could you turn off your camera? Anybody who can help Jatin turn off the camera? He seems to be in a very relaxed mode. Anyone who can let him know. All right. Now, I want to ask you if you can find the mistakes in dressing here. You know who is, right? Tom Holland, that's right. The famous Spider-Man. Can you find the mistake in his dressing? Quick. Yes, Siddhant. Drop it in the chat box. What is the mistake in the dressing? What's wrong with the shirt? Shirt is fine. Right. Gaurav is correct. No, he doesn't look underconfident, but Gaurav, he's the only one I can see has the right answer. The suit jacket, it's a double-breasted suit jacket, and he has buttoned both the buttons. If you can see, these two are fastened, whereas only the center one should have been fastened. Okay, so when you are wearing a double-breasted jacket, only the center button has to be fastened. That's right. No, everything else is just fine with him. And when you're wearing a single, like the regular jacket, then again, the center button has to be fastened. So there's a jacket rule. Always remember that the center one will be fastened, and the last one, that's just left like that. So if it's a single button jacket, then the center one, it will be always. If it's a 2-button jacket, then the center one and never the last one. And of course, if there are 3 buttons, then the first one is optional. The center one is always fastened, and the third one is never fastened. Okay. Now, quickly, I'm going to share with you what we are going to cover in today's session. Of course, the jackets we've already covered, but I'm going to share with you 4 color schemes, the secret formula of how you can style your clothes and accessories, and the business casuals that you can wear. And when I say business casuals, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and do business. Okay, business casuals is right for you because you're in college, you're not in school, you're not working as of now, but you can wear something that's in between. It's not too formal and it's not too casual, which apparently is called the business casual. Then we'll have a quick quiz, and we will also be talking about the accessories the wardrobe must have. So what is the secret formula? Okay. If you want, you can make a note of this. Especially, I find men to be confused about mixing and matching. How many men present here find it really confusing to mix and match clothes? How many of you? Or even, ladies, if you are confused, okay, Sunny, Soham, right? You can drop it in the chat box. Okay, you can drop it in the chat box. Me, you can just drop it like that. That's right. So the first thing, which all of you, people who are confused, what you can do is have one solid pair of pants. Okay, so have one solid pair of pants and have one shirt that is printed. As simple as that. And you don't have to, a lot of times people, what they do is they buy plenty of clothes and then they're confused, oh my God, what should I wear? So to avoid that, you don't want to create a cluttered wardrobe. You want to create something that's easy. You are able to mix and match clothes quickly. You don't want to spend a lot of time thinking about what should I wear. So one multicolored prints and one solid. And this is for women. Here are a few examples. Okay. Anybody who wants to look more formal can go with more of checkered or vertical stripe print. And if you want to go with something that's more casual, then you can go with florals or polka dots or all of that kind of a print. Now, the second thing is neutrals plus a single color accent. So you're wearing neutrals. Okay, here we say, what are neutrals? Neutrals are, like blacks, your navy, beige, olive, brown, all these colors are neutral. So you are wearing all neutrals. Here we see an ethnic wear as well. All neutrals and one color accent. Okay, so here we see what is the color accent in Saif Ali's clothing. Anybody who can drop it in the chat box? What is the color accent here in Saif Ali's clothing? Red. Red is the correct answer. The neutral is all white. It's all, that's right. So now the color accent, where the attention is coming to is the red pocket square. Okay. And here in the first picture, the blue scarf is the color accent. Here in the third picture is the pink scarf. Okay, so you can have one color accent. Now here in the next picture, in case of women, we see the scarf and the jacket. Here, one more thing is the color accent. Let's say I'm wearing all white and I want to have one color accent because I don't want to wear this red jacket. The thing that I can do, and this is something that all ladies can do, is to have the red color accent through the lipstick and the nail paint. That will also bring the color accent. Okay. Now, the next one is neutrals head to toe. Okay. So neutrals, I already talked about that. All these colors like black, gray, beige, camel, brown, olive, all of that, these fall into the neutrals category. So neutrals head to toe. If I'm wearing all gray, it's neutral. And let me tell you, all neutrals is a beautiful way to make yourself look more elegant and more classic. Okay, anybody who likes that style, anybody who really likes to look more sophisticated and polished, anyone? Yeah, so people who like that sophisticated and polished look, Okay, very much classic. Then go for all neutrals. It also helps you with your height. So you will also look taller if you wear all neutrals, especially if they are of the same color family. When I say color family, it means brown and beige will fall into one color family. Okay. Black and navy would fall into one color family. Okay. We're very close to each other. All right. So that will help you look taller as well. So this is for women. Again, olive and white, beautiful combination, very classic and looks very classy as well. And here we see all beige, here we see navy. Very beautifully, this lady has combined the blue pair of jeans with a black top and a navy jacket. Okay. Now, the next one is the monochromatic. Now, very similar. We talk about neutrals, now we talk about colors. But not just colors, I'm not talking about mixing, let's say, yellow with orange, okay? Or orange with purple. I'm talking about one specific color. Chromatic means color, and mono means single. So what you're doing is you are going to have the same color, but in variants. So you see, inside, this gentleman is wearing a dark purple color t-shirt or whatever it is. Then the jacket, the suit basically is slightly lighter in color. Okay, slightly muted as well. Here we see he is wearing green all over, but the jacket is slightly lighter in color, and the hooded top shirt, whatever it is, the hoodie is basically slightly darker. And here again, we see he's wearing all gray. The inside is light, but the outside is darker. Okay. Navy top to bottom. Navy top to bottom will be, yes, I mean, you can do that. You can do that. Though I would say you can have another color that you can have from top to bottom. Could be a dusty rose, which is quite in these days. Okay. There is this pistachio color that's also quite in. Okay. So here are the ladies wearing all. You have a question, or do you, god of martial arts? All right. So here we see the variation of red as well, and here camel, and here we have peach. So how many men present here hate ties? Midnight blue. I love ties. Okay, sort of. Right. So some people hate ties, some people hate suits. You don't wear ties that often, so perhaps you don't have that, dislike towards the ties. But once you move into the corporate and you are supposed to wear ties, you will start hating it. So a good way to dress up and not wear ties, or having the liberty to not wear ties and still look good, is to go for the business casuals. So like I said before, it's kind of a hybrid. It's in between. It's not completely formal. It's not completely casual, but it's a mix of two. So what are the business casual must-haves? Number one, and if you don't have these, understand that anyhow, you have to invest your money into this stuff. Okay. So white shirt, how many of you have a white shirt or a blue shirt? And this is, I would say, as per the importance, very good. As per the importance, you must have one white shirt. And I have, I think, close to 8 white tops and shirt everything put together. So I'm so fond of white. So one white shirt at least, and then one blue, sky blue shirt. And then the next one could be your peach. Okay. And it's not different for men and women. Okay. Very good that you have a white shirt. And when I say white, maintain it as well. Okay. It's not that your white is looking like yellow. Now, the second thing and the second must have I have to say are a pair of chinos for men. And why I'm not asking you to buy or get tailored a pair of trousers is because it's way too formal. When we talk about the casual, the business casual wear, then a pair of chinos is great. Okay, anybody who has a pair of chinos, see, you can always wear your jeans, but you are in college, right? So you can also go one notch up. How many of you have a pair of chinos? And these are very comfortable. Some chinos are also stretchable, quite comfortable to wear. Anybody who has chinos in their wardrobe? You have God of martial arts. You can rename yourself. You don't have to call yourself God of martial arts. Okay, if you don't, and now cargo, okay, Siddhant says cargo. Now understand that cargo is under the casual wear, right? So imagine yourself wearing a formal shirt and cargo. It will slightly put you towards, moving towards the formal side, but it will still not qualify for the business casual because it's, purely casual. Cargo is purely casual. So very good. Gaurav, if you have a straight fit pair of pants, it's good. I think it would be always better to have a pair of straight cut or the straight fit jeans or pants, chinos, whatever you wear, because the tight fitted ones, they used to be in fashion. And if you are investing your money in your clothes and accessories, please buy something that is not affected by fashion. So it has to be classic. So always go with the straight fit. All right. And the colors that also are not affected by fashion are your neutrals. So you can go with black, you can go with beige and gray. Put in this order, by the way. So if you have black, perhaps the next one could be beige and gray. And if you already have these three, then the next one could be moss green and navy blue. In fact, navy blue, you should definitely have. If you don't have a pair of jeans, which is navy blue in color, then you can buy the pair of pants. If you already have jeans, then you can invest there. All right. And ladies, you can also have skirts in the same color. Okay. Black and gray are, I would say, they are a must have. Now, prints, if one printed shirt or top is good to have. Okay. So you can have either white prints on the darker or the navy or black or that kind of a color, or you can have the opposite. So here we have two examples. Why navy and black and this? You can have colored as well, but it's just that if you want to invest in a piece which you can wear it on casual events and formal both, then it's kind of good to stick to the neutral colors. Okay, but I'd say don't become too boring by wearing all neutrals. You can add a little bit of an accent color wherever it is possible. Especially ladies, you can experiment with the colorful earrings if you want. You can have colorful belts. You can have all neutral, but one accent color in your shoes. Okay, so if you're wearing all, let's say, black, then you can have a pair of colorful pumps. Okay, shoes can be colored. Now, the next one is a blazer. And I understand that blazer is something that you may not be having. How many of you have a blazer, by the way? Let me ask that first. How many of you have a blazer, a formal blazer? Okay, Soham has it. You can drop it in the chat box. Very nice. So what color do you have? What color do you have? Brown, okay, blue, brown. Okay. Now, black and gray. So one color that goes with a lot of pieces is navy blue. So investing in a navy blue, especially in case of men, having a navy blue blazer or a formal jacket is great. The next color that you can have is gray. Okay. Black is also fine, but then black is very restrictive. Okay. Navy is more versatile if you ask me. And then you can have brown and beige and so on. Okay. Or camel. So navy blue and camel. Camel I have mentioned because people have either of the two undertones. Okay, I don't want to confuse you here. There's so much that I would want to share, but we don't have that much time. But people fall into either of the two categories. Either they have a cool undertone or they have a warm undertone. And when I say undertone, it means under the skin, we have this thing called undertone, which helps you wear the right kind of color. So if I'm wearing red, this looks better on me as compared to, let's say, a purple or something that's maybe a blue. Okay. So because I can pull off the warm colors better, yellows and beige and orange, red, all of that. So people who are more warm, and you can just place the, whatever clothes you have, just place it around your face and see which one makes you look more more fair and more energetic and more youthful. Okay, and then you can decide which one you should have, navy blue or beige. Okay, now the next one is one pair of Oxford for men. Oxfords are a formal pair of shoes that are the old first of all, it has the laces. Okay, and secondly, it doesn't have flaps separately. Okay, it's all sewn together. So go for the Oxfords, and women can go with the pumps. Okay, and one must have, everybody, I think one definitely should have a pair of sneakers, white sneakers. Anybody who already has a pair of white sneakers? Very good. If you don't, and go for these kind of sneakers rather than the mesh one, because mesh one is for the sports. These are for your casual wear. Okay, so imagine yourself wearing a pair of jeans, a pair of white sneakers, and a white shirt, and then you can put on that blazer. So you have kind of dressed up. If you think the occasion is such that you have to take off the jacket, now you will be more, casual, but still you will be looking very stylish. So talking about accessories, first look at these pair of shoes. And I would like you to match them, the name and the number that you see. So which one will go with what? Do you know which shoes, the name of the shoes that are present here? How many of you? C to 6. I think we can, okay. Let's see who can do this fast. No, not just one, all of it together. I'm giving you a minute, and not just one. Neeraj, we're not talking about just one answer. Students, take your time, take 1 minute, or let's see who does it first, all of it together. Can you match all of it in one go? Your time starts now. It's okay, Shrey, if you haven't heard of the names, you will learn. Okay, it's okay. I understand not everybody knows it, but just try. And even if you don't want to try, it's fine. You will get to know something new. Okay, you don't have to be rude, Ghanshyam. He's saying Dehatis are, I don't know what. It's okay. Not everything is known by everybody in the world. There are a lot of things that I may not know, especially if you talk about, you are in the engineering, studies. So there are a lot of things that I may not know about engineering. So it's okay. We all learn from each other. Okay, now that you have tried, these are the answers. Okay, this one is Monkstrap. This one is Chelsea. Where is my cursor? This one is Chelsea. This one is Chukka. Chukka boots and Chelsea boots are a good pair to have in case you want to add on to your shoe collection. You can always have Chelsea and Chukka. And if you ask me, I would prefer Chelsea. Okay. Then these are sneakers. We all know these are moccasins. Again, a great pair to team up with your business casuals. Okay. And these are espadrille. These are way too casual. So I wouldn't suggest you to go for these unless you have the rest of the pair already. Okay. Now, talking about belts, one leather belt is a must-have. It would be great to have something that's reversible. Anybody who has a reversible belt, brown on one side, black on the other side. If you don't, then do invest in one belt which is reversible. Okay, it will be very versatile. And remember, if you are if you're going for something formal, it has to be below 1.5 inches. Okay, I'm talking about the height of the belt. Okay, so if you're going for something that's more formal, it should be 1.5. If 1.25 to 1.5 is absolutely fine. If you're going for something that's more casual, it will be between 1.5 and 1.75. So it will be broader. Okay, so here you can see this one is casual, this one is formal. And people who are not that tall, by the way, you can skip by the belt. What you can go for is get your pants tailored and have the side adjusters to it. This is crucial, especially if you want to look taller. Okay, have your pants tailored with the side adjusters. Okay, if you want, you can make a note of that. Now, let's look at the ladies' shoes. Okay, anyone who can do this fast?
Shubha ma'am, the college gets over at 3:30. So we'll close the session at 3:25 maybe.
So 3:20 is when we
3:30.
no.
The college gets over at
3:20
3:30.
is when we 3:20 is when we start the Q&A.
Yes,
and
yes.
in
Then
we will,
maybe
okay?
we'll wind up till 3:25.
Right. All right. So this one is Dorose, or the pumps, better known as pumps. Quite formal. This one is ballerina, the blue one, which is number 6. Then you have boat shoe, which is this. Do you see? Number 4. And then you have Mary Jane's, this very fashionable. I wouldn't suggest you to buy these because once the fashion is gone, it's all gone. Okay, your money gets wasted. Clogs, again, quite fashionable. These are the ones, number 2. And cord shoe is this. Okay. Now, a leather strap watch is something that you must have. How many of you have the leather strap watch? How many of you actually wear watches, or are you all into Apple watches, the digital ones? If you haven't invested in watches yet, then I would recommend you to go for a leather strap watch. Right now, for you, the brand is not that important. If you want to invest in a brand, then go for brands like you can have Titan, you can have I don't know if Fast Track, I think won't be having leather strap, but you can go with Titan, which is quite reasonable. And you can go for also Tommy Hilfiger if you want to go for a little expensive one, but do have a leather strap watch. Sanjana has it, I think. So enhance your style and your presence and your image so that you are able to create a great impression. Okay. So now we're going to take your Q&A. And before that, I would just like you to know that Harvard Business Review says that 53% of men consider appearance is directly linked to an executive presence. So not just men, but say in the corporate or worldwide, we have a lot of men. So 53% of the men think that the executive presence is linked to your appearance. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing my slide here. You can follow me on the social media if you want to connect there. And let me know what your questions are. Shraddha, have you made any note of the questions, or are they allowed to unmute themselves and then ask?
They will write in the chat.
Write in the chat. Yes, I am very much on LinkedIn. I am everywhere. I am omnipresent. The hair. Okay, good that you asked. Now for the hair, for women, okay, let's take up the one for the women. If you are wanting to keep your look more business casual, then you can have your hair open. If you're going for a very formal event, a very formal occasion, then you can either create a bun or make a ponytail if you know you think that making a bun would be a great task. So you can make a ponytail, but keep your hair tied when you're going for something formal. For casual, you can keep your hair open. Are rings also essential? They're not essential, but 1 ring per hand is absolutely fine. See, I'm also wearing 1 ring per hand. It is not essential though. Even if you want to style yourself in a way where you want to wear a ring and a bracelet and all of that, I'd say again, think of the occasion where you're going. If you are casually dressed up, you want to go to a casual event, to a party, or hanging out with your friends, it's okay to wear the bracelet and the ring. But for formal occasions, I'd say remove the bracelet. If ring is necessary, then wear the ring. Otherwise, even the ring is not that important. But 1 ring per hand is allowed. Okay. What are some of the tips for creating a stylish and functional wardrobe that fits both classroom and social life? My dear, I have been talking about this only. Throughout the session, Pratyush, we were talking about creating a wardrobe which fits both your social life and your formal life, your formal events. So if you paid attention to the session, the wardrobe essentials that we talked about, if you have those, you will be able to style yourself for both the occasions. All right. Any other question?
Ma'am, if they will have many more questions, then maybe most probably we'll also have a physical session with you. Then we can discuss at that time.
Right, but I think Shraddha, they have a few minutes left because it's 3:24 right now. So I think we can take up their questions if they
Okay,
have
ma'am.
it.
1 or 2 questions you can take.
Yeah. The title one has male. What do you mean by male? What question do you have? Okay, you're a male. So what question? How to style messy hair? Well, you need to get it trimmed and comb it properly. If you don't want to go for gels, if you have a very frizzy hair, then something that's quite doable is to have aloe vera gel, and it's organic, nothing, no chemical to it. Use aloe vera gel to comb your hair and make it more manageable. So hair for male, I would say when you go to your hairdresser, ask him to get the haircut more tapered. Okay, tapered is like volume here and then it gets reduced gradually. Don't go for a buzz cut. Okay, not hair over here and then the rest of it is gone from the sides. Ask for a tapered haircut rather than a buzz cut. Okay, skin, of course, you should be using sunscreen. Start with a toner. Of course, you have to wash your face. You have to start off with that, and then use a toner. Use a sunscreen if you can, or if you wish to afford a serum, then apply serum before the sunscreen. And that is the most essential steps to taking care of your skin. Of course, you have to drink enough water, at least 3 to 4 liters of water every day. Eat right. Exercise, working out is really important, especially at this age. If you keep yourself fit, you will be able to maintain yourself throughout, I don't know, 60s, 70s. So yeah. So I hope you had a good learning session and you were able to ask questions freely, and all your questions got satisfied. You were satisfied. And when we have the live one, then of course we can have something even better. All right. So how about a picture? Can we have a picture, Shraddha?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So do you want, how about making one action, maybe putting a heart? Okay, let's put a heart there. Click on the react button, heart. Right. And then we click a picture. Everyone? Thank you. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much, ma'am, for your enlightening session. Your depth of knowledge and passion for image consulting truly shone through, and your insights were incredibly impactful. As one of the few AICI certified image professionals in India, and with your extensive experience in the field, it was a privilege to learn from you. Your journey and achievements, from being the first Indian speaker at the Global Conference of Image Consultants to receiving the AICI Global Rising Award, were truly inspiring. Your perspective on sustainable styling and the transformative power of image consulting resonated deeply with all of us. We are also grateful for the practical tips and the strategies that you shared, which will surely help us in our personal and professional journeys. Thank you, ma'am, once again for the time you have shared your valuable experiences with us. We hope to have the opportunity to learn from you again in future. So hope to meet you soon for the next session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable time.
Thank you so much, Shraddha, and thank you to all the participants here. It was a pleasure to be here, and I think we had a good time, all of us. Right? Thank you, students, for your participation. I think you were quite energetic. Really appreciate that. And thank you, Shraddha,
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
your
Thank you.
kind words. All right, you all have a good day then. Bye for
Same to
now.
you, ma'am. Same to you. Good day to you too.
Bye for now. Bye.
Yeah, bye. So, dear students, we are done for today. Tomorrow the session will start at 10:15. So you can join Zoom at 10 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow we are having 6 speakers. We have Mr. Bishwajit Pandey from Royal Bank of Scotland. Second speaker is Mr. Ishanku Pandey. He is CEO at Zigwig, Germany. He's an international speaker. Then we have Mr. Anil Sethi. He's a transformation coach, a life coach and a transformation expert. Then we have Mr. Deep Krishna. He is managing director at DKG Labs Private Limited. Then we have Mr. Anay Pathak. He's a global account executive, data protection and cyber resilience at Dell Technologies. And then in the end, we have Ms. Sonali Iyer. At present, she is HR at Neosoft Technology. In the previous company, she was the HR manager at Wipro. So you will have very interesting sessions tomorrow very knowledgeable as well, because some persons are from HR background, some are life coaches, and some will share their entrepreneur experiences with you all. So we all expect that you should join the Zoom session tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning. So thank you for today. Have a nice day, students. We'll meet tomorrow online. Thank you. We have done for the day.